My name is Carol and I am Director of Communications at RBC Wealth Management in London. So I run a small team which has two main priorities. First of all, we make sure that everybody who works here knows everything they need to know about the business so that they can do their job well and feel supported at work. The other part of our job is that we work with journalists to tell our company story to the media so that people in the outside world know who we are, what we do, and effectively why you should be a client of RBC. I have been working in the city since I left school at 18 after my A-levels, so that's 22 years now, and you might think that would mean that I am completely confident in any situation. Not so much. In fact, being filmed makes me incredibly nervous. But hopefully you can't tell too much, and if you can't, it means that I've managed to use the skills I've developed over many years to learn how to present myself, and to be honest, a lot of the time how to fake it till I make it. You never really stop facing new challenges in the workplace or in life for that matter, so I think it's really important to develop a core set of skills that you can use to fall back on to make sure that at any time you can present your best self, even when you're out of your comfort zone. And the Take the Lead programme focuses on 5 of these important skills: communication, teamwork, problem solving, self-management and self-belief. Communicating is simple. We've all done it a million times today already, but to communicate effectively is different and requires 2 main things to keep in mind. The first is your message. So are you actually clear about what you want people to know and how you want them to feel about what you're telling them? Sounds obvious, easy to forget. The second is your audience. So what type of person or people are you communicating to? Some people like facts, some people like stories, some people, like me, actually need you to draw them a picture sometimes to explain something. And if you're not sure, just ask. And I think whenever you're communicating, just keep in mind, be calm. Give yourself time to think. You don't always have to have the answer immediately. Use simple, straightforward language. You really don't need to use jargon to make it sound more impressive. And just be honest. You know, if someone asks you something, you don't have the answer, I don't know, I'll come back to you. Being able to work alone and motivate yourself is obviously really important, but it's just as important that you can work as part of a team, because that's going to happen numerous times over your career. You won't always play the same role in a team. There will be times when you'll be the most junior person in a group. So at those times you'll be there to learn, listen, support. There will always be other times when the skill set that you bring will make you the most knowledgeable person in the room. You'll be the expert in the room, so everybody will be looking to you to lead. I think what's important when working as part of any team, whatever your role, is understanding that role, recognising the value that you bring, and really importantly, asking for other people's opinions and actively listening to them and showing that you're listening to them. Having a problem-solving mindset is so important. And if you can look at a problem and see it as something that you can overcome with a bit of time and effort, you will find that you're much more resilient and able to deal with whatever life throws at you, whether it's in work or outside of work. So for me, it's critical when facing a problem to make sure, first of all, do you really understand the problem? And then once you understand it, break it down into small, manageable chunks and deal with each of those individually. And I think anything seems that bit more impossible when you deal with it as just one big great ball of problem. If you break it down, it's just far more manageable. The other crucial piece of advice when it comes to problem solving, ask for help. There will always be somebody who has either dealt with this before or just has a different perspective on it. Self-management really just means taking responsibility for your own behaviour and your own well-being. And people who are good at self-management are generally more productive at work and happier in themselves. I think a perfect example is how to manage your time and learning how to manage your time. And I can guarantee that lots of people watching this video have experienced that feeling at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night when you realise you have an essay due the next morning and you've spent the entire weekend having fun. So now think, if you'd got up a couple of hours earlier on Saturday morning, got the essay done, that's to one side, you can still have your fun, and then you don't have the panic at 9 o'clock on Sunday night. Work's much the same. If you can prioritise your workload and think about, this is what I absolutely have to get done, this is what it would be great to get done, and this really doesn't need to get done, this can wait till tomorrow or next week or never. And if you can learn to do that, you are managing your time and you're also managing your own well-being and your own stress levels. think we've probably saved the hardest one till last with self-belief, because there will be numerous times in your career and in your life where you'll question your own ability or feel like other people are questioning it for you. So the best advice I can give is when you have a wobble, take some time. Think about all the things that you've done, all the things you've accomplished, all the things you're good at, all the people you've helped, the obstacles you've overcome. And I can promise that list will be a lot longer than you think it will be. Self-belief doesn't mean arrogance. I think that's a common mistake. It means confidence. And confidence comes from knowing who you are, understanding your strengths, but also recognizing your weaknesses and acknowledging those. And belief in yourself really is the most powerful skill you can have in your pocket, because other people pick up on it, and the more you believe in yourself, the more other people believe in you. I'm sure you will all enjoy taking part in Take the Lead, and that it will help you as you move from education into employment. I'm so pleased that I was able to play a small role in the programme, and I wish you all every success in life. Good luck.